wishing on a star, cause you can miss this like you in the dark. This beat is intimate, so you can really feel my heart. System built for us to fail, but somehow we all prevail. By the time I was 17, man, I thought I'd be in jail. Cause we moved out to the burbs and still get cuffed up in a cell. Most are blind to this world, but this world, I see it well.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year, as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the Las Vegas Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers. Hopefully all the nerves have subsided and everyone is ready, because we are off and running in Super Bowl 63. We'll begin his return from the 11. Already we've got a loose football. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. 30. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers picked up the fumble and ran it home. That had to have been just about as far away as possible, Brock, from what that was drawn up to be. But the end result, partner, exactly as they planned. It's a touchdown.
In this case, Kate, it really was about the destination, not about the journey.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. One bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. It's the first carry for the Auburn rookie. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Willis now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Will this drive continue? Here comes third down.
Bronco 80.
Here he goes, third and long. Finds him over the middle. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
7 Pirates, 19 Cardinals. Ready.
Here's the handoff. He manages to find a little traction on that Soach field as he fights forward for a couple. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Air it out on 3rd. It's a screen play to Genty. On 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Well, they are definitely being aggressive here on the big stage. They're going for it on 4th down early.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
4th down, pass coming. That's complete. Here's Thornton. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. So 21 yards and the first. What a call to go for it there on 4.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Even 5 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They'll run here on 1st down. He'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. You just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Working from the gun, it's Willis. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long.
Let's go now. 18 Rumble, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
We send a man in motion.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Willis now, 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Let's go. Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Lions. Warriors 70. Ready.
They're going to throw for it on 4th. This one's caught. Smith has it. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Raiders start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. To the line. 1st and 10. Play action now. Purdy bails out of the pocket quick. One's caught along the left sideline. They'll stop him here before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Double coverage a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority to do some damage.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. Kittle makes the catch. Down the left sideline he goes. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. George Kittle, the touchdown. The AT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Damian Pierce now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. From the gun to start. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside.